Hi guys, it is April from Getting Hogo With It. Today we're here to do a book haul, but a very special book haul. We're doing a thriller book haul, so let's get into it. So I have 13 books that I want to share with you today, and they're all thrillers and mysteries, and I'm so excited. We're going to start off with a book series. I'm reading a series, guys, and it's kind of police procedural, not quite. I'll just tell you what it is. It is the Frida Klein series by Nikki French. The first is Blue Monday. Now, this follows Frida Klein, who is a psychotherapist. And in this book, she has a client or a patient who comes in and has been dealing with infertility for years with his wife. And he keeps dreaming about a boy, a redheaded boy. He's redheaded, and he keeps dreaming about this boy that he wants so desperately. And the way that he describes this boy is very interesting because just, I think, a day later, a boy of the very, very similar description goes missing. And so she gets involved in the case, kind of reluctantly. And yeah, so she hooks up with Detective Chief Inspector Carlson. But really we follow Frida, and maybe that's the reason that I'm really enjoying this series. I've only read Blue Monday, but maybe it is because we're following a psychotherapist. It is also a very cozy mystery series. I wouldn't say it's a cozy mystery, but the way that Frida is in and of herself is just, she's just really interesting. She walks through London in her time off just to kind of process her thoughts about her patients. And then she goes home to the coziest home in the world. This takes place at Christmas. So that's Blue Monday. And then I got Tuesday's Gone, and in this book we're obviously following Frida Klein, and she gets on a case where a social worker walks into this person's home who she's helping, and she finds her serving tea to a dead body. Oh. So that's Tuesday's Gone, and then I got Waiting for Wednesday. In this one, we're following a mother of 3, and she's found at home dead. And then it turns out that she's been leading this very secret life. So that's Waiting for Wednesday. Thursday's Child follows Frida's former classmate who shows up at her door because her daughter Becky has been having a really hard time with it. It turns out that she was raped in her own home while her mother was downstairs watching TV. And then Becky is found hanging from a beam in her bedroom, and Frida gets involved in this case. Friday on My Mind, we follow a case where a corpse is found in the Thames. Am I saying that right? Anyway, the throat is slashed, and the only clue is a hospital wristband that reads Dr. F. Klein. So obviously she gets involved. Dark Saturday, we meet a woman who was arrested for the brutal murder of her family. And we follow this murderer 10 years later, and Frida meets her, and she's much older than her time, and Frida has this feeling that she didn't actually do it at all. So that's Dark Saturday. Sunday Silence. A body is found underneath the floorboards of Frida's house, which sounds so creepy. And then last but not least is Day of the Dead, and this is the last of the series. And then I think something happens from the case in the very first book that like rears its ugly head in this one. So that is the Frida Klein series. I'm so very happy that I have that. So this was recommended to me by the lovely Jen Campbell. She can do no wrong, and she steers you right every time. And then Lauren from Lauren in the Books has been reading that series as well, and she's been doing this thing that I will probably be doing where she reads a Frida Klein series book, and then she reads another book, and then a Frida, and then another book. And I think that's what I want to do because I loved Blue Monday so much. Okay, so let's get into the rest of the thrillers. The first thriller that I got is Lisa Jewell's The Family Upstairs. I still haven't read a Lisa Jewell, which is surprising. This is a bit of a mystery about this woman who gets word that she has inherited a house, an old house, and I always love that premise in books. Like, that always hooks me. And she finds out that 25 years ago, the same house was visited by police. There is a 10-month-old baby asleep, safe and sound in its crib, and downstairs all of the adults have been found dead. They're all dressed in black, and there's a hastily scrawled note next to them. Sounds fantastic. I've heard good things about that one. Next up is The Perfect Wife by J.P. Delaney. I read The Girl before, and I didn't mind the writing. I really loved the ambiance of it, but there was something about it that just didn't work for me. However, I'm giving him or her another chance. Is J.P. Delaney a woman or a man? No idea. So probably a man. Yeah, The Perfect Wife is about a woman who kind of wakes up with no memory of who she is or basically her life. And there's a man beside her who says that he is her husband. And he describes who she is. She's someone who loves surfing. She's a mother to their young son. And that she had a really bad accident just 5 years ago. And then she starts having memories slowly of her past. And it's different than her husband claims it to be. So that sounds like a lot of fun. I know that this premise is something that's been done before, but I'd like to see how J.P. Delaney does this one. Then there's The Second Sister by Claire Kendall. This is a chunky one. It's like 450 pages long. And this follows a woman named Ella Brooke. Her older sister Miranda disappeared. Now, she's convinced that her sister was taken, that her sister didn't just run away. And she's also convinced that a man named Jason Thorpe is the reason for her disappearance. Now, the tabloids report that a new link has been found connecting Miranda to this sadistic serial killer who's locked away in a psychiatric hospital. And she gets involved and puts her life on the line to try to find out what happened to her sister. It just sounds like a lot of fun, so I picked that one up. I'm also giving B.A. Paris another shot. I like her writing style. I read Behind Closed Doors. I didn't rate it very high because there were so many holes in that plot to me, but I've heard that this one is a good one. The breakdown follows a woman who passes a car on like a rural road. And as she passes it, it's on the side of the road, and there's a woman in it. And she really regrets this decision in the future because she finds out that that woman died soon after she passed it. And she kind of dives into what happened to this woman and grapples with her decision to just not actually stop for this woman. So that sounds like fun. And then the last one that sounds like a lot of fun is The Trap by Melanie Rabe. This follows an author who for 11 years has stayed inside her home. Now, everyone has different points of view and different ideas of why she's staying in her home. But the truth is that she is haunted by the unsolved murder of her younger sister, who was found dead 12 years ago. And she saw a man fleeing from the scene. So she's been stuck inside her home, grappling with this. And on her TV one day, she sees that guy. And so she gets completely absorbed in finding out who this guy is and tracking him down. and I think she's trying to set a trap for him. So kind of sounds similar-y to this one, but I like the premise. So yeah, that's the trap. And those are all of the thrillers and mysteries that I have gotten recently. I am so excited. I love a good thriller. I love a good mystery. They just like, I don't know, they make me very, very happy. Let me know in the comments below, have you gotten a thriller or a mystery lately that you're excited to read? I would love to know what that is, and I will talk with you soon. Okay, bye guys.